Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? With your host, the unapologetic diva, Dr. G, the girlfriend therapist, Dr. Cortina Lewis, and the networking extraordinaire, Diana Richardson Philippus. Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? This is Herspiration Happy Hour.
Happy Wednesday and welcome to another episode of Herspiration Happy Hour, Season 8. This is episode 31. This is your unapologetic diva, Dr. G.
This is Dr. Cortina Lewis, a.k.a. the girlfriend therapist.
And yours truly, Shay Walker, the coach of courage.
What's up, ladies? Happy Wednesday.
It's going good.
Hey.
Your week's been good then. Everybody's like... Normally, we're sometimes don't get on here and we're like, God damn, it's been a long week. It's dragging.
This week is dragging though, but I'm excited because I got my new dishwasher today. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Honestly, my post where I said, did I need a dishwasher? No, but I wanted one. I couldn't get the one that I wanted because it doesn't match my kitchen. Like it's white and rose gold. You know, I love rose gold. So I couldn't get that one. So I got a black one that matches my refrigerator. And I'm just so excited. So now it took me some encouraging to get Dunchi to be like, okay. Then one day he just came, he was like, oh, you still want to get that dishwasher? Yes, of course I do. And so now I'm trying to massage the idea of me getting a new double oven. So he just shot that one down. He was like, man, get out of here with that foolishness. I was like,
I always said I love a double oven. And you know what? If you know you've gotten older when things like a dishwasher, double ovens make you super happy.
Our old house, our old house that we had a double oven in it, and I just got so used to it that when we moved here, the new house didn't have a double oven, and I was like, I got to get me a double oven. Because, you know, I don't cook often. When I do cook, I want to be able to cook multiple things at once on different temperatures and everything like that. And so
baking in one, cooking in another.
Yeah, the double oven is just.
Yeah. Do we have a drink for today?
Oh yeah, we do. The passage of time.
Ooh.
So we're talking about aging and everything like that. So this is a not dark drink, but it's not, rum or anything. Well, I'm lying. So it has both. So it has 2 ounces of aged bourbon, because of course, the passage of time, getting older and wiser. We also have a 1/2 ounce of sherry wine. We have a 1/4 ounce of aged rum. We also have 2 dashes of orange bitters, and we're going to garnish that with a orange peel. So basically what you do is you mix all of the ingredients in a mixing glass with ice. You stir slowly. And so you are allowing the flavors to intermix and blend and cool also. And you strain into an old-fashioned glass, kind of like something like this. And then what you want to do is you want to pour it over 1 large ice cube or the non-melting ice cubes that you just put in the freezer. And then you want to twist the orange peel and you put it on top of it. So that is the passage of time.
I feel like that would be tasty, smoky too.
Oh, smoke.
I feel like adding smoke to that would like...
I saw something. What was I watching? What did they smoke? I want to say they smoked a pineapple. They smoked the pineapple, and then the smoke that filled, they then transferred it over the old fashioned. Like, so it had like the wood plus pineapple like type of. Oh my gosh! I was like, I gotta do that because we have a smoker here. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta try that.
The aroma. It's almost like I can smell it. The aroma.
I know.
Ooh.
So you
Ooh.
see this right here. This look. Does it look a little bit blue to you all? It is like a little bit of
It
blue.
looks good. Like, I don't see blue. Okay, I see the little tint.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I put a dash of blue raspberry syrup in with my, my tonic waters that I be drinking.
Yeah.
And so I want to feel with a dash of lavender syrup. So because I want to feel
You and that lavender. Ooh. It's good. But it's good too. It's good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna go back to my non-alcoholic lifestyle probably like next week.
after the holidays.
I mean, I haven't really had much anyhow. After the weekend, I was like, I was face down, man down on Saturday night. It was crazy, but I mean, it was a really nice second birthday party. So a lot of people.
I saw her. I was like, well, where did she go? What is going on?
I was at home, and so we had another party here for like friends and family. Who didn't go on a trip. Some people who went on the trip still came because they live in the area. But it was oh my God. I want to say maybe 40 something people came through. It was fun though. It was a lot of fun. But and then of course I fly tomorrow night to Atlanta for a conference. And then Saturday, I'm in Orlando at the Classics because that's what I do. What I've been doing. This is the fourth year.
Yeah.
Second year that I will be in Orlando at the Classics. The conference is normally in Orlando, but they switched it to Atlanta. So I was like, you know what? When I'm speaking, then I'm out the next day. So it worked out how it needed to be. So I'm going to still go and enjoy my Classics time. Go get my turkey leg.
Shay, what are you doing Saturday?
I will be in Atlanta.
What?
Yeah.
We talked about it yesterday. She's going to be leaving and I'll be coming in. I'll be going in. Yeah, I know, right?
Seriously.
Oh, man.
Ridiculous.
I tell you.
Yeah, when she said that, I was like, I'll be in Orlando. And she's like, then she said she'll be in Atlanta. I said, oh, well, I'll be in Atlanta on Thursday and Friday.
Mm-hmm. We have a wedding to go to on Saturday. So we're driving in Friday night. We're going to go to the wedding on Saturday. I'll swing around and pick my mom up on Sunday morning and bring her back. And she'll be here for the holidays. Yeah. So, yep. Yeah.
Well, we're going to miss you this year.
It.
Yeah, we're definitely going to miss you.
You know, there's a whole lot of missing me, and I don't like it. But I know my time is coming. It's okay.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
No, it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and Cortina, you're right down the street, so we're going to have to run that smoky pineapple, okay? Yeah, we're going to have to run that. We're going to have to do that. Yeah.
Speaking of, what's the drink that you're supposed to make me that you...
The spicy, yep, with the jalapeno, crushed jalapenos and all that in it, yep.
Yeah,
because that's tahini and when I don't got no gold flakes now. So
I don't care about no gold flakes.
I don't have the gold flakes.
I don't care about gold flakes.
The other one, Jill, though, that you have to try is the Herspiration Happy Hour drink.
Oh, the one that I gave my
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so good because you do like gin.
Oh, you talking about me? Yeah, I do like. I apparently that's what I was drinking, but I was taking shots from the bottle on Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You probably
yeah. I don't remember that.
Okay.
That I was. That's what kind of took me out. But I was having French 75s, and it wasn't much gin left in the bottle because I was making it for other people. And it was a little bit in there. And when I did a shot, I didn't pour it in a glass. I just drank from the bottle. Get my life right. Get my life right. But next week, I'm going to be back in the gym. I'm going to be back on my vibration plate. I'm going to be back on my sobriety kick, so to speak. Maybe not, and just kind of drink occasionally. Maybe once a month. I haven't figured out yet. Because for the most part, I just when I stopped, I just really never. I didn't really miss it like that. So, and then I can go back to my sparkling waters, which I love. Love my sparkling waters.
Oh, sparkling waters are everything.
Isn't it? Oh,
absolutely.
and throw some fruit in there.
Yep.
Sure.
Listen, I muddled. I muddled some mango, orange, and mint.
Oh, with some sparkling water.
Oh, I bet that
The
is
lemon
good.
lime soy water, and I put that in there. Oh, game changer. I am so sold out. I am sold out.
Oh, I bet that is good.
Do that. I'm gonna have to make. I don't like mango. Maybe I'll switch it for pineapple and do a pineapple mint, and add that to it. Ooh, I feel like that.
I'm gonna do pineapple mint cucumber. I'm gonna see what that's
Oh,
like.
that was good. But I feel like a pineapple mint just with some hot water, as a tea with some honey would just do me some good.
That is the best inflammation drink that you can drink. Pineapple. You boil the whole pineapple, even with the hull. You boil it. Ginger. What am I trying to say? A full thing of ginger, even with the skin on it, and a whole lemon and honey, and boil it maybe about 30 minutes. Let it heavy boil and then let it simmer. And then you drink it all week long. It's inflammation. It's good for your digestive tract and inflammation. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good to know. Good to know. I feel like I would add that with my ashwagandha tea. I have 100% root, is ground up root, ashwagandha root, and I drop that. I have a tea bag every night. I had it before this podcast. I had it earlier this evening.
Does it make you sleepy?
It helps me relax.
Ashwagandha makes me sleepy. I go right
but
to sleep.
I take it before bedtime, so I don't really before today I took it at bedtime, but then I just had a whole pint of ice cream. So but I do
when you take it at bedtime, do you find yourself, now that you're doing it, because I know that you're a night owl, so does it help you relax enough so that you can get a good sound sleep at night now? Does it help you with your sleeping?
It doesn't really help me like fall asleep. I am relaxed. I'm very relaxed, but when I drift off, I sleep hard. Like that's the only thing that and so with it being winter time, I have a heated blanket. So between the tea, the heat, the relaxation, now I feel like I want to throw my weighted blanket on there. My weighted blanket really helps me like fall asleep. But I haven't put that on the bed. But I'm feeling like my weighted blanket, my heated blanket, my comforter, my sheets, even Kofi likes the heated blanket. Like he knocked out on his back. Yeah.
So, we had a cold front last week here in Florida. It was freezing.
Yeah, we came back.
So I went on Amazon, yes, and ordered us a new heating blanket. Honey, me and Alice have been there like this. Look, I don't even sleep. I don't snore and I don't sleep with my mouth open. But he showed me, I was in there like this.
I'm telling you, the heated blanket is where it's at. I don't sleep with it on all night. I don't like getting in a bed with cold sheets in the winter. So I heat it about 20 minutes before I go to bed, so it's nice and warm. And then I can just lie in there. Good for these young bones.
Yeah, I need to get.
Do y'all hear us? Look, do you hear this? Do you hear what we're talking about? We're excited. We got a dishwasher. We're excited that we got heated blankets. Like, this is Asian, baby. I'm Asian well. Like, I care about real stuff.
Real stuff, right? Oh my gosh. Yes. Like being able to get vanilla during this time in Publix, trying to make sure that the stuff that I need is there.
Come on.
Okay, yes,
I'm still looking for my looking for my vanilla bean
burners.
Gotta
what
order
is
it
going
online.
on? Just all the stuff. Like what? Who gets it? I don't know.
The simplicities of life. I think after a certain age, and I don't know at what age, and we are all varying ages here. I know Diana and I are pretty much the same age. Cortina, I think we got you by about almost 9 9 years or so, 8 or 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shay, I don't
I'm
know how.
45. Yeah.
Okay, so just by a couple of years. So I'm just trying to think, at what age was there like a shift, a mental shift of things that where you used to like, all the, I know me, like I used to like all the name brands and all that. And then as I've gotten older, I'm just like, I'm not wasting my money on that. I don't even carry the bags that I have. And I got to that place probably like in my 30s. And then I really got to that place in my 40s. I just, yeah. So, I mean, where do you feel like, in your, as you've aged from your, let's say your 20s to your 30s and to your 40s, what's like really changed that you've just come to accepting, both with the things that you used to like, and then even accepting body changes, because it does that, whether you want to or not.
Well, I know one of the things for me, like I've never had a problem with having gray hair. So I just, I never dye my roots. Only my tips are purple. Because anytime when I see someone like with gray hair, I think it's just so regal. There's something so elegant about it to me, especially when it's like that salt and pepper look. Or I love it. And I think that when you see that, it's just a statement of wisdom, experience, and like a footprint of what their life represents. Of course, we don't know everything that they've gone through, but it tells me, or it reflects to me, that you've experienced some things. You've had the ability to live through some things. And I think just embracing that, like my mom is always covering her grays, and she has very stubborn grays, but she always dyes her hair. Always dyes her hair. And I just was like, you know what? I don't want to. I don't think it ages you. I just think it's the natural progression. If that's where my hair is supposed to be, outside of the tips, got to be purple, until I change that or what have you. And I think another thing probably that I've embraced is not always having to be politically correct. And I'm not talking about politics, but just, well, you got to play the game and you got to do all of this. Like, okay, if one is much easier because I'm not in corporate America where they're like, okay, you got to walk this line, you got to be like this. So it's much easier to be able to really be you without and saying what you want to say. Even in board meetings, no matter what it is, like I'm not code switching, I'm not switching or changing who I am, because I'm confident in the person that I am. I'm okay with being me. And if I'm not palatable for this organization or for these individuals, maybe that's not the place I'm supposed to be. Maybe that's not my seat. So maybe I need to get up so somebody else can have it, because I don't want to pretend like that. Earlier I could say that, I walked the line, did everything I was supposed to do, checked all the boxes. But no, it's just like, I'm going to be okay being me. And I think that did come with experience and time. And I think there's a difference between not giving a damn about what people say and just being arrogant about it, versus truly being in who you are and not having to boast about, well, I'm just going to be me. I'm just me. If you don't like it, that's whatever. Well, no, you don't necessarily have to say it. You just do it. It's just something that comes that you walk in. And so those are some of the things that I feel like I am embracing. I've never been a designer type of person. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I always said, if I can't afford it, I don't need it. So I'll never wear a fake one or whatever, because clearly I'm not, if I wanted it that bad, I would go get it. But I've never been like a big name or label person. The only thing that will be name brand is my eyeglasses. That's it. But anything else, and the lenses, that can be anybody. But that's just something that I enjoy. But everything else, I don't care. I tell people TJ Maxx and Ross is my favorite store. So,
Girl,
there's that.
Right. I gotta stay out of there. I'm always looking at their shoes and whatnot. I think for me in the past, like I liked I always like nice bags and nice shoes. That's been my thing. I don't really care about the clothes, but I've always liked the nice handbag. And I've been a shoe person, but I've never been the type that's going to be like, I'm paying $600-700 for some shoes.
Oh,
Absolutely
I
not.
love shoes now. Shoes are
I
my
like
thing.
I love shoes, but I don't love shoes that much. I probably own a handful of very expensive designer shoes. And I probably only bought one pair of those. And I tell you what, when I did buy them, I literally thought I was going to throw up because I don't spend this kind of money on a pair of shoes. Now I would for my mom. I would spend money on other, like my family. But for me, I just never feel like I don't need that. And anytime I've ever really bought something, it was for like milestone birthdays or something like accomplishments or things like that. I would then treat myself to something nice. But I just don't. I think as I've gotten older, mentally, I've just gotten real comfortable with just liking what I like. I don't care about no trends. I don't care about any of those things. I just, if it looks good on me or I like it, I'm going to wear it. And I'm
Because
going
you
to wear
don't make the clothes. I mean, the clothes don't make you. You make the clothes.
Yeah.
So I can be in something from the thrift store or something from Saks or whomever else, and it's how you buy it, the confidence.
The thrift stores be banging. Let me tell you, I like
thrift ones on Worth Avenue.
What about you, Shay?
I've never. So there are just some things that I've just never cared about. I've never cared about name brand things. I've never cared about. I'm just not I'm not a materialistic person. I'm a realistic person. I like quality things. So the things that I set my intentions, like if I say, oh, this is what I want, then this is what I want. And it's going to be something. I'm not a frivolous spender. I'm not going to say that I am frugal. I'm just not a frivolous spender. Again, my pots and pans, those are things that I care about. I love to cook. I love to, produce good quality meals. And so my dishware, my pots and pans, they're expensive. I'll drop a stack on two pots, I will, because these are things that are going to stay with me for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, possibly passed down to my grandkids.
Those are also not trying to show off for anybody either. Those are just because you like it.
Yeah, exactly. And then, my home, I take pride in what my home looks like. So yes, I will drop $2,500 on a painting. I will drop $10,000 on a couch. My mattress, just one of them in our master bedroom, was $9,000. These are those are the types of things that I put my money into. I've driven every car that I've wanted to drive. I've always lived a very simple life. And I love bags and I love shoes, but I can take a pair of Hanes Herway jogging pants and a wife beater, baby, and make you think I'm stepping out of Vogue. Don't play with it. I'll put on some shoes and pair it with a bag and put this hair up and make it do something, throw on a little lipstick, and you can't tell me my outfit ain't worth $22,000. You know what I mean? But I've never cared about dyeing my hair because that's an uphill battle. I would make myself crazy trying to constantly challenge what life is doing with this hair. So I got away from thinking about the color and stuff. I realized because my hair, I have a beautiful head of hair. It's healthy, and I don't have any chemicals on it and things like that. But the moment I put color on it, because I love red, the moment I put color on it, it starts to shed. It sheds a lot, and I don't like that. So I don't put color on it. I just let it do what it's going to do. Let's see. Other things that I don't care about. I can't really say that I care about being out and about like I used to. I used to always want to be out and about doing things and going places and, oh, I guess when you're younger, not even younger, because I was 38 and I wanted to be at the day party, but I enjoy having outings, but to say that it's something that I just care about doing all the time, absolutely not. I really do value my rest. I value being at home now. Like, this is where all my investment goes. So I really appreciate being able to come home and open up my doors, and it's I have smart fixtures and I can operate my lights from my phone. Like, I enjoy things like that, And so, however, I mean, what else don't I care about anymore? There's just so much. One thing that I do care a lot about, since I probably turned 40, I care about eating a quality meal. I don't care about quick food anymore. I do not care for a microwave lifestyle. I don't care to have anything fast out of the drive-through. That is just not my thing anymore. I'm very conscious about what I put in because of my, my body and it's all of its makeup and DNA and everything that's required for it to function. But yeah, I really truly care about the meal I eat now. I want to frequent high-end restaurants. I want the restaurant experiences. That's what I care about. Yeah.
I'm pretty much like that until I'm traveling.
Mm-hmm. Until you what?
Until I'm traveling.
Oh.
And then I want to, I want to live like locals, like eat food that the locals eat, and because I love culture. And so that's pretty much the only time that I'm like, I'll walk on the wild side when it comes to dining. But I like to eat healthy. I love good food. Maybe not as much as Cortina in one setting, but but I do. I'm like you, but I've always loved home cooked meals. I've always, liked cooking, especially over the last few years, and the better half of at least since my 30s or so. I've just always loved cooking. And I've been very conscious about what I put in my body. I went organic for the most part of wanting that. And that was mostly, good evening, Elizabeth. It was mostly because I wanted to take care of my body. But I mean, like, even with when people talk about aging, I wish in my early 30s, I would have learned more about perimenopause or menopause, because there are things that you can do. I would have probably have been more herbal in those areas as my body was transitioning, but I didn't know until it actually happened. And when you're having these night sweats and all of this, and your body starts making these little transitions, and you're having to even advocate and ask questions and different things like that, I think that I wish I would have been more informed so that I could ask better questions.
Yeah.
Especially in terms of, there are a lot of women who have fibroids. There's a lot of women who have endometriosis. And when you go back 20 years, there was information about there, but nobody was really talking about it. It seemed very taboo to have those discussions. But you can see what women will talk about, being in pain and having, menstrual cycles that are really heavy, but nobody was really saying this is the problem, and here is what you could do to kind of help along with that. You can change your diet, you can do all of these changes instead of consuming a lot of continuing to consume a lot of food that's high in hormones, which is exacerbating the issues that you are having. So I really wish I knew then what I know now, that I was about to say that I'm almost 50, that I'm 50. So that would probably be one of the things that I feel like this, no matter how many times you change or you go underneath the knife, your body is still going to age. What you do to your face, no matter what you do to other parts of your body internally and very naturally, your body is going to show you that it is aging, especially if you are overweight, if you have diabetes, you have heart problems, or anything, any medical condition, your body is going to continually show you that you are not as young as you might think that you might, as you're not as young as you want to look.
Yeah.
I'll say that. But we try to dodge it. we try to do a lot. But is it necessary? I mean, what is wrong with just aging gracefully, no matter how you look at the end? I mean, for you, like, so I'm asking you, ladies, what is it? Did you ever go through a period like, oh my God, I'm turning this age, and kind of like freaking out about it, or not really accepting it? There are some people who have a hard time
We do.
turning 40, have a hard time turning 50, as opposed to embracing those ages.
I think one of the things. Oh, go ahead, Jay.
No. Go on.
Oh, I was going to say, for me personally, I haven't experienced that. I think only because I had health challenges so young in my life. So it's like, I never had a fear of, oh my God, my body's not going to be working, or this is going to happen to me, or I'm going to have this ailment, because I experienced that. What typically does tend to happen when you get older. I think there are a subsection of individuals who are getting older that probably fear getting older because of what they think getting older represents. Like, oh my God, my mortality. What does that look like? Planning for end of stage, even though you still have your life ahead of you. Just what comes after aging? Death. So for some people, I'm trying to hold on to my youth so that I am not thinking about the inevitable. That's ultimately going to happen to all of us, right? We're all going to die at some point. We might not even make it to old age before something happens to us. And I think part of the obsession is, like, I think they've had this for so long, even with the fountain of youth and wanting to always stay young. So I think historically it has always been a part of society that people obsess and want to stay young and looking youthful and all of those things. That's why the beauty industry is $1 billion business. You're coming up with serums and this and this and all the other things that you can think of that people are investing their money in, trying to hold on to youth. Now, I get taking care of your skin. I get moisturizing. I get, sunscreen, so you're not, possibly exposing yourself to the rays of the sun and getting skin cancer. But sometimes there are some people that can go overboard. I saw this video. I don't know if you all saw it. It's this surgeon that's doing these facelifts, but they're pulling all their face back and they all look like aliens to me. I don't know. But it's some surgery where, how like when you get old, wrinkly skin, and it's not just a facelift.
That's
I don't know what the hell they're doing, but their eyes look everything. And I was like, I don't know who thinks that this looks good. This is horrible. It looks way worse than any wrinkles that you can ever have. And so for some people, I think it's an illusion, because are you really doing it for the right reason? A lot of times, not often. Or are you trying to keep up with a fad? Are you trying to, because I'm getting older, that means I'm not going to be able to, if your husband dies or your partner dies, I'm never going to be able to get somebody because I look old. No one's going to want me with these wrinkles. All of the other multi-layered things that go into the thought process of someone that's trying to hang on to their youth. Oh my God, if I think that I'm old, I have to look young in order to feel young. But that's not necessarily true. Feeling young is a mindset. Like, you can be 99 years old. Did y'all see that lady
with the heels?
Oh my gosh. Like, she doesn't, she doesn't look her age, but you can tell she's aged, if that makes sense. But she said it's in my mind. I keep my mind sharp. I do things to keep me so that I'm not, hurt or anything like that. And I'm just looking at all these people that are celebrating these triple digit birthdays. They're in their 80s, in their 90s, in their late 70s. And, they're doing what they need to do for them. There's one lady, she's gotten older, and she was like, I do what I want. I eat what I want. I go where I want. It was just the cutest little thing, because she wasn't all super like, I'm a vegetarian, I'm only doing this. She was like, I just do what I want and I just live life, and it's all in your mind. And I really believe that. So my whole thing about, I never personally had any fears about getting older. I think I had like one thought cross my mind, and that probably was like just recently. And I think it had to do more so like with my daughter aging and her like, oh my gosh, like I almost had you at this age. Like, oh my gosh, like, oh, and then I'm seeing friends, kids having kids, and y'all grandmas. Oh Lord Jesus. Oh my goodness. I have a classmate. Well, she had a baby when she was in school with us, but he like 25. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, that's not too far away from Morgan. She's gonna be 19, but just the conceptualization of it, like, oh my gosh, Morgan, in 2 years, I was giving birth to you. So, oh Lord, that's wow.
Nephew,
Mom, I could never. Like, you were so young. What were you thinking? I was like, wait a minute, not too much on me now. Wait a minute, you're here. Calm down. But just the mindset and how it's different. I'm like, yeah, we could be Mima and Peepaw over here,
Yeah.
So,
while I'm over here, Nana, we Papa over here, right? So listen, here's I want to add to. There were some things that you said, Cortina. I'm going to come back to it, but I want you guys to look at it from this perspective, right? When you're talking about, surgeries and people doing alterations and all these things, this body that we're in is merely a vessel.
it is.
You are not the body. It's your vessel while you're traveling here on earth, right? And so everything is a mindset. So when people become just fixated on altering the body, you can make all these changes, but until you deal with the real issue, you're never going to be pleased. You're never going to be satisfied because you continue to try to alter the thing that you are absolutely in control of. This vessel, this thing, this is just exactly what it is. Everything else is all here in mind and spirit, And so I've never really thought about aging in such a way where I remember thinking, oh goodness, I'm turning 40. Thank you, God, for keeping me through everything. Wow, I made it to 40. Wow, I made it to 45. I only can extend gratitude for being at 45. Dare I get captivated and caught up in, oh my God, I'm going to turn next, I'm going to be 60 and I might die because I'm aging. Well, guess what? My thought process about even getting older, I feel like people have attached aging to fear about death, right? But then what if you really allow yourself to really think about death as freedom? It's a celebration. That's why it's called a homegoing celebration, because I'm going home. I'm free. My spirit is free. My body is free. I'm no longer in the long suffering of dealing with Uncle Sam and his bills and his tolls and his taxes, right? I'm free. And so I'm so happy here. I'm happy like that, right? I would rather be happy and consume myself in the idea of, thank you, God, I made it another day, than to allow myself to be consumed by, oh Lord, I'm having another birthday. Oh Jesus, oh, I'm getting older and soon I'll be dying. Like whatever. And I know that that's a sensitive thing, but this is why I always encourage people, man, listen, if for nothing else, get to know your Father so that you can ground yourself and be free of all of the things that you fear, because a lot of these things are reactive and we project out of fear.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's why, because you all know my grandfather just passed away, right? And so it wasn't like I think the only sadness was from the we're gonna miss him part, not because oh my God, this was a travesty. Even though it was, sudden, it wasn't like he was sick or anything until he did get sick briefly. But I think when it comes to death, it's more shocking when it's unsuspected, when it's a young person, because you're thinking about like the life they haven't been able to live. But when you're older and when you're aging and you can reflect back and say, they lived their life. Like they were able to enjoy their life. They may have had some struggles here and there, but at the end of the day, they were able to live their life. And now you can see whether towards the end of their life they were suffering or whatever, it is like that. Oh my gosh, now they are free. They have fulfilled their mission on this side of glory, and now they are going on to their next journey. And so I would have to say I definitely agree. I hope that I can, live as old and then be able to say, because there are some older people that are like, I don't fear death. When it happens, it happens. I've lived my life. I'm okay. I don't have any regrets, which is great when you're able to get to that age and say, you know what, if I did have regrets, I resolved them. But right now where I am, if I were to die today, I would be okay.
Yeah. I'm there. I'm there. I feel like I wanted to see 50. And I'm grateful, and I hope I live as long as my mom is living right now. My mom is 70, so to turn 50 and to still have my mom here at 70 to celebrate both of these milestone moments with one another, it really did a lot for me. Because sometimes that's it. And I was sharing at my dinner, was like, just the fact that, I've had classmates that are passing away, and that makes it very, that when it really comes in your face, like this person died just a few months shy or a few weeks shy of turning 50 or a few years shy because they was in, they graduated after I did, and when they were younger. So it really puts perspective to like, wow, life is really short. And so when people say, oh, I'm going to wait and celebrate my birthday this time, in terms of like, I'm going to wait till this time to have a party, I'm going to wait. I've never waited. I've literally, if anybody knows me, I'm already planning my birthday after I had after I had the last one, because I feel like it is a blessing, like a real blessing to age and experience my life very much so unapologetically, very much so just in the present, in the now, and not waiting to just wonder, well, here's when I'm going to wait till I'm 30 to have a big party. There's no promises to see 30. There's no promises to see 20. There's no promises to see 25. There's no promises to see 40. And I've always lived with that mentality to just like live in the now. And you can plan and just pray, like, you know what, if I can make it to this age, I'm going to celebrate it.
Yeah.
And I want to celebrate it with the people that I love. And if I can be there for anybody's birthday, because I'm celebrating being present for people who are important to me, because those memories matter. And that's all you're going to have when those people are gone. And so aging is not an issue for me. I always said, once I find a gray hair, I will stop dying. My mom still dies because I don't even know if she has gray hair yet. I know both of my sisters started graying in their 20s, but I'm fine with wrinkles. I'm fine with, with anything, my body changing. I am fine with that because I'm alive and can make changes or can do what I can to help with some of the issues, like with menopause. I'm like, okay, I think I got a handle on it now. But that took work, and it took making life changes to be able to say that. But I'm okay with aging, and I'm not going to obsess about, oh, let me get me some Botox. Let me, and I can't lie. I do like the fact that I don't look my age, and that I am considered relatively and pretty much healthy at 50. Still got a good knees and a back, and
And And look, and we'll talk about that later.
So,
So, on the next episode of Herspiration Happy Hour, we
So, you
will
know,
be talking about Dr. Girlie's knees.
so it's so funny because Kristen posted on the thing to myself, them knees not 50. I literally just cracked up. I was like, well, I guess they're not.
Oh goodness.
But I'm a firm believer, like you, Cortina. It's a mental thing. I'm choosing not to let numbers define how I feel.
Right.
If I want to still feel 20 in my body mentally, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to dress like it or act like it. However, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm too old to do this. I'm too old to do that. Or I'm gonna wear what the fuck I want. If it looks good on me, if it don't, I'm really there where I'm not about status quos. I'm about happiness and just being grateful to wake up the next day, knowing that there are some people who have not, and now their family has to grieve their them being gone, their loss. So I think that with wisdom comes self-acceptance, because you really get to a place where it's like, you know what? I'm very content, and whatever I'm not content with, I can make that decision to change.
You know, what is too old to be doing something? Because I remember being ecstatic and not being able to get to 21 fast enough. And then the moment I got to 21 and those bills start coming, I was like, ooh, take it back. Because this is a lie. Like, wait, hold on. Not all at once, please. You know?
Yeah.
And so now, like, I'm old enough to do whatever I want to do. That's exactly why I do what I want to do, you know?
But is there an age thing in clothes? Like, is there an age requirement for certain clothes that you wear, or that people would say, girl, you know, you're too old to be wearing that?
I don't think so. Only because, I mean, if you ain't walking around with no onesie on, like with a pacifier in your mouth, I think that's kind of different. But I mean, sometimes some of these older people, they got, baby, honey, they have the body for it. And I'm like, you know what? If you are, I don't feel like I'm the fashion police. If someone feels like they are confident, and I might not do it, but if they feel confident and comfortable in being seen in that and wearing that, girl, God, more power to you. Because sometimes we really don't know what it took for them to get there. Maybe there was a point in their life where they never was able to do it. And now they're at this stage and age where it's like, I don't give a damn. I'm finally free from what people think of me, what they're going to say to me, and all of those things. And this might be a challenge for them. This might be them stepping outside of their comfort zone. So I don't know what's going on in their mind. Mind you, I might not be wearing some of this, but I can't dictate to them because we don't know their story. So if they want to wear the Lululemons and the shorts and the cutouts, and girl, all right now, child. All right, child. The pasties or whatever the hell else that they want to wear at 99 years old. Look, you've lived your life. Shit, do what you want to do.
Do what you want to do.
Question: do you feel like society puts a, not necessarily responsibility, but it makes it feel like it's an impossible standard to keep up with, that people kind of have to keep doing something over so that they can stay looking youthful? Do you feel like that? I guess I would say what society's expectations are impossible.
I think society can have an expectation, but it's up to you to say, I don't have to live by that standard. That might be what society says, but I don't have to carry that. I don't have to do that. You know, there's a lot of fads and expectation that, you know, depending on where you are, the culture puts on you. That don't mean I have to wear it just because it's there. Almost like you know, we're getting into this movement. Well, we've been in it for a while with the natural hair. There are some parts of society that still say this is uncouth. Like, I should not have locks, and you should not wear braids, and all of these other things. Okay, I'm not trying to impress those people. So although, and to further that, we had to create a whole act around, the Crown Act, so we can wear the hair that grows out of our head.
Yeah, Eurocentric standards.
Yeah, there are still these expectations and these standards that people want us to uphold and live towards. But again, it's like, that don't float my boat. So I don't feel the need to live by that. Now, there are some people, they haven't yet been able to achieve that where it doesn't bother them because maybe their position or maybe where they are in their career and they have to play the role. But yeah, I think there does come a point in time in your life with maturity and age where you're just like, yeah, it doesn't work for me anymore. So the standard can still be there, but it's up to you to internalize the standard or to be like, yeah, no, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is still a standard that long hair is nicer or prettier than short. Because whenever I cut, I'll grow my hair to my ass. And when I cut it, like when I do the big chops, the first is like, oh my God, how about you cut your? I'm like, his hair grows back. But it's so difficult. Even when I go and I get my hair braided or I get twists, I say short and I sometimes still end up with hair down my back. I'm like, I did not ask for this. But it's still that mentally people feel like, oh, you got to have long. You want long. Why not? I think long will look better. Long might look better for what you want.
Yeah.
But I'm comfortable having my hair short. I'm comfortable having my hair long. I'm comfortable having it in between. I don't really have a happy medium when it comes to my hair, but I had to really grow to love my natural curly hair. And nobody will ever tell you about that big chop, but that shit is traumatizing. Shrinkage is traumatizing. It is. It's very traumatizing. But if you work with your hair long enough, you really grow to love it. But you have to almost force yourself to live through the discomfort. And that's what I feel like I had to do to get to a place where I can embrace, oh, I like my natural hair. So yeah.
Well, sometimes you kind of forced to do it. Like I had long hair all my life until I got cancer. Then it was like, oh well, it's coming out, it's falling out. And so you don't really have a choice because you either gonna do the big chop and cut it and take ownership of it, or it's gonna be coming out in clumps every day, and that's gonna be a daily traumatizing thing. So you just go ahead and swallow the whole thing. And when you take control over it, because cancer is not causing it to fall out, you made the decision to go ahead and cut it. For me personally, I can't speak for everybody's journey. It was very empowering.
What do you mean?
Because I made the choice to do this. I wasn't going to sit there and watch my hair fall out in my hands every day. So I went ahead and cut it myself to save myself that. And it's like, okay, chemotherapy, you're not doing this. It was my choice to cut it when I did.
Okay.
Because I saw what was happening. And I'm like, I'm going to beat you to it. Do it myself.
You feel like when you saw yourself at that point, when you made that decision and you saw yourself with all of your hair cut off, was there any feelings of almost like trauma, like a traumatic feeling for you, or was it 100% empowering? Like, okay,
100%, because I never, when I was doing my chemotherapy and all of that, I never wore a wig, never. It wasn't until later in life when I was like, oh, this is cute, where it was more fashion. Never. And I kept my hair cut low like that for probably like more than 5 years, where I just was brushing it. It grew back, but I just kept it cut low. I was like, oh yeah, this looks good. But I think it was that way because I think my issues were bigger. Like I could not be living. I would much rather not be in a casket and have no hair than to be in a casket and have hair. So when you're and I can only speak for me because everybody's journey is different. It really shows you like the most important things in life. I can buy hair, I can grow it, I can do whatever. Hair is not the issue. Me making sure that I'm able to get the treatments that I need. Me being able to make sure that my white count is high enough so I can get chemotherapy on the Friday when I'm supposed to get it. Me making sure that I am okay. For example, The only thing that was a little bit for me was, and you all have seen the pictures when I was burnt really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care about the hair. It was me being burnt, and it physically hurt to swallow. It physically hurt to put on clothes because of the physical pain in my body. When people would give me, I don't even think it really bothered me when people would give me like different looks and stares, like, what the hell happened to her? Because it was bad.
Yeah,
I
you
think
don't look like the pictures that I
yeah,
saw.
I think the thing that kind of made me self-conscious is, and even I'm used to it now, the back of my hair where my hair doesn't grow because the radiation killed my hair follicle.
Mm-hmm.
So my hairline is like all the way up here when it's supposed to be down here. So if I were to get a low haircut, which I would, you know how they do like the pixie cuts or whatever,
Yeah.
I could never do a pixie cut because my hair doesn't grow. And so I was happy when my locks were able to be long enough to kind of cover that part because my hair just, it doesn't grow there. And so it's like this in the back. And so people would think that I had like a messed up haircut or something like that. So I found myself always having to explain to either with the barber or whoever, my hair, it just doesn't grow. It's not going to grow.
Yeah.
So that would probably be the only thing. But cutting my hair, like I said, I would much rather have no hair living, walking, being able to have a testimony than to be in a casket with all my hair.
And even with you saying that, I think that I would rather have several wrinkles over my boobs down to my ankles, if that's what it took, if I knew that I could be around to still make memories. Nothing else is more important than living. I mean, and aging is going to happen whether you want it to happen or not. I don't care how many facelifts you get, body lifts you get. Internally, if you don't take care of your body's not going to take care of you. And to me, there are so many people who don't make it because they're going under the knife for vanity, to look a certain way, to prevent themselves from quote unquote aging, and they don't make it. And so, I think it's more about leaving behind a social standard and embracing the life standard of being able to wake up and live every single day and just finding a way to love how you look. And to me, if you look like you're old, you look like what your life handed you. All the stress, any anxiety, any happiness, and that's when people be like, oh, you look so young, because I'm not worrying about a goddamn thing. That's one thing I adopted that a long time ago. I'm not going to worry about things that don't belong to me.
Especially not other people's stuff.
I'm not carrying nobody else's stuff. Hell, I had to let go of my own stuff, and I don't want that back. And so I want to live extremely carefree. I live very intentionally when it comes to my faith, that whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. If it means that I go broke, I'm like Job did too. Job lost everything, and yet, he never lost his faith. And so I kind of live with that mentality, is that God's going to take care of me no matter what, because I'm living the correct way. I'm going to be obedient to what I'm supposed to. And so I'm not going to worry about nothing. I'm not losing sleep. I mean, I don't sleep like I should, but that'd be my own problem.
When we're talking about this, it's making me think about, not even aging, but I just noticed something, right? And this is look, this live in action. This just happened. You see my spots on my neck? These weren't here 2 weeks ago. Now, this spot was, and this spot was, but this here, this is new. I literally am looking at myself in the camera, and I'm like, oh, I got new spots. And so this is just it, this is what happens. And so I am so not consumed with the things. I am more concerned about making sure that my spirit is full. I have joy and I have peace that surpasses all understanding, right? Because the things are happening, life is happening. And so while I'm thinking about those things, to be just stressed and worried about, like you said, other people's stuff and all of that, those are the things that make you age quicker. These are the things, like when you start having the, the wrinkled face where your skin starts to sag and things, you are now you are presenting what you're carrying inwardly, outwardly. This is baggage. And it's time to get rid of the baggage. Like, stop carrying other people's stuff. Stop carrying other people's stuff. Aging is going to happen. The scripture, I believe it's Psalms 90:10. I almost think that's accurate, where God promises 70 to 80 years. But guess what? He says that all of that is going to be turmoil. You get peace. That's when you get peace after that, because now you're resting. And so if you are blessed to make it to 71, you have reached your stage of, I'm coasting, I'm really coasting now, because we're still here traveling, we're still journeying, and we're still enduring all the things. But how you better carry well. Don't you let this stuff take you out.
Yeah.
Don't you let it take you out.
Yeah. Well, we're at the top of the hour, ladies. Shay, where can everybody find you at? Great discussion today.
You can visit me on Instagram at The Coach of Courage, or www.thecoachofcourage.com.
You can find me at The Girlfriend Therapist on all social media platforms, and also at the Noir, NOIR Center.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at IAMDRP GURLEY. I am Dr. P. Gurley. Kofi, stop. And you can, of course, find the Herspiration Happy Hour on all social media platforms. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Because next week is Thanksgiving, there's a lot of people that's traveling. There's a lot of people who have family in and that are going to be cooking, and then have a day full of of clients. We will not be live next week, but we will be back the weekend after that. I'm telling you, ever since I ate that ice cream, it's like my mouth has been like frozen a little bit. But we will be back next week. I'm like, we'll be back week after next with an all new episode. But thank you so much for tuning in. And if you are on the playback, just know that we appreciate it. Again, like, share. If there's a show that you want us to talk about, hit us in the DM. We'll be responsive back, or send an email to herspirationhappyhour@gmail.com. Ladies, it's been great. I will see you on Saturday, Cortina. And I'll see Diana tomorrow.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Have a great week, as we always end. Cheers.
Cheers.
This is Herspiration Happy Hour.